Hey church family, this is my weekly update for you. And today I just want to give you an update on the next couple of weeks for us as a church. There's lots that's happening, there's lots that's changing. And so I just want to make sure that we're all kind of on the same page so that we together can be praying and also walking together into this coming season. So the first thing to say is that we're hoping that there's only 3 more Sundays left of restrictions. We are planning towards the 25th of July as being our first Sunday with minimal restrictions. I'll come on to that in a bit. So that leaves us 3 Sundays where we will have our current setup in place where you need to book in. And one of the things I'd love to ask of you is if you could book in as early as possible. We're at that point where our booking system's starting to get close to full, and we do have some flexibility to increase the capacity a bit, but it would make it much easier for us if we knew in advance that the bookings are getting close to full. So if you could book in, particularly if you could book in for the next 3 Sundays so that we kind of are getting a much clearer picture, it would really help the team that is putting together Sundays. So that's the first thing to say. Then the 25th of July, we are planning based upon all of the kind of guidance that we're getting from the government that as of the 19th of July, the vast majority of restrictions are going to be dropped down. And so we're planning that from the 25th of July, we will be able to go back to a more normal approach to a Sunday. Now, we're going to be putting out a video shortly that will have a bit more detail about what that looks like, but just some kind of headlines for now. Yes, we're shooting for there being coffee before and after the meeting. Do you remember those days 14 months ago where you were able to walk in and grab a cup of coffee? We're hoping that we're going to be able to have that in place. We're also going to obviously be able to pull the chairs a lot closer together and have the chairs in a bit more of a normal kind of layout. However, we recognise that there may be some people who are still a little cautious, and so we will have a limited number of seats in a designated area, still kind of set up with some social distancing. Again, please watch the video that's going to come out with the specific details about that. But on Sunday the 25th, it's going to be a great Sunday. We're aiming to be able to have a big Sunday of singing and celebrating together. After 14, 15 months of not being able to sing collectively together, we want to make sure that we mark that Sunday. In addition to that, we've currently got 3 baptisms that we're planning for. And so again, we want to invite you to come and celebrate with these dear people who are following Jesus's command to when he said, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And so we'd love you to join with us as we baptize at least 3 people on that Sunday. And we're also shooting for a big church barbecue afterwards. And there should be some details coming out shortly about how you can book in for that, just so that, again, we can plan that well with all the kind of changes at the moment. So the 25th of July, a big celebration, some big baptisms, followed by a big barbecue. However, I'd just like to finish this video by really asking for some help. As we move towards the 25th of July, we really do need all hands on deck. And so I'd really like to ask that if you aren't currently serving on a Sunday, would you consider over this coming season, maybe even just for the next 4 months or 3 to 4 months, to commit to helping us make Sundays work? We've gone through huge amounts of change and disruption, and we really just need some hands on deck. We need a bunch of people who'd be willing to help us run the catering on a Sunday. You'd get trained, you wouldn't be just dropped in it, and it would be on a rota basis. But we would love to be able to serve tea and coffee before and after the meeting, but we need some hands on deck to be able to do that. In addition to that, because of just the reduction in car parking, because of all the roadworks, we're very conscious that we're going to need to be able to help people get in and off the site in a bit more of a deliberate way. And so we really do need some stewards and welcomers. And so if you'd be willing to wear a bright high-vis vest and just help people get in and out of the car park and in and out of the building, we'd love to hear from you. And finally, just our kids teams and also our youth teams, they're doing incredibly well, but we really do still need some people to help in those teams. And obviously, you'd need to go through our safeguarding process, and there would be training, but we'd love to have some more people in our TOTS kids and youth teams to help us to strengthen these as the children start coming back in a more regular fashion. So my ask really for you is, would you help us? Would you help us over these coming days to make this possible? God bless you all. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. We've got a special guest who's going to be speaking, a good friend of mine, and so I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure you book in for this coming Sunday.